And so, after a great deal of thought and a whole lot of prayer, we are so honored to have you join with us here today as we officially announce that we are running to serve as your President of the United States of America.
And welcome back to the Daily Wrap. That, of course, was Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker officially entering the 2016 race for the White House just moments ago, making him the 15th GOP candidate to do so. Focusing on the fact that he is a Washington outsider, even referring to Washington, D.C. as 68 square miles surrounded by reality, Walker spoke about how he will continue to fight for the American people against big government. During his time in public office, the 47-year-old has taken on unions, cut income and corporate taxes by almost $2 billion in the state, lowered property taxes, loosened gun laws, made abortions more difficult to get, enacted voter ID laws, and made Wisconsin a right-to-work state. Just this Sunday, he signed his two-year budget for his home state that includes required drug screenings for welfare recipients. While Governor Walker is currently leading in the polls in Iowa, he is polling second nationally behind Jeb Bush, according to the latest Real Clear Politics average. Okay, we've talked about this earlier in the show. You are gritty. You're like a Cheshire cat. It's going to lead to more hate mail, I have a feeling. I don't even have a question. Just go.
You know, my favorite part of the speech when he said 68 square miles of everything outside 68 square miles is reality. I have to tell you something, Governor. Washington, D.C., aside from government, is a whole lot of reality. You might drop by some of the neighborhoods sometime. In fact, it's 10 square miles, Governor Walker. That is what encompasses the federal government of the United States. Had you said 10 square miles, that would have made sense. But I'll be happy to take you on a tour someday and show you some real reality in Washington, D.C.
And I'll bet he'll take you up on an invitation in a heartbeat.
These are the things that people don't care about. What they care about is the main things that hit their heart. And he speaks to a lot of things that hit people's heart. He speaks to the social issues, which no one else has really spoken to in the way that these people want to hear it. I think that he is going to be strong, and I think he's going to get stronger. I think he's ultimately prepared, as opposed to, say, Sarah Palin when it came to policy issues. He's actually done a lot of training in the past few weeks to get to where he is. I think that he is he's ready for the run.
Where is he? Where has he gotten to?
I think that he knows a whole lot more. I mean, he spoke about the foreign policy issues in a pretty cogent way. He talked about Israel, he talked about China, he studied up. I mean,
I'll give you that. He did study.
And if President Obama got elected, as he did without any foreign policy experience, he was in the Senate for about 5 minutes, and people are willing to be a little bit forgiving.
I think people are absolutely willing to be forgiving if you're a quick study, and I think he is a quick study on these issues. I think he also does something that none of the other deeply conservative candidates have been able to pull off. He stands for those socially conservative positions, but does so with more heart. So while some people will try and say that he's been hypocritical on gay marriage, I don't think he has been at all. And I want to be clear, I don't agree with him.
His family thinks
right?
so.
No. His teenage sons disagree with his conclusions.
And his wife.
That's great. That's what makes him interesting. He's able to take a stand, and when he was asked, because I love my family. I love that gay couple that's a part of my family. I love my wife, and I love my kids. I think this guy actually may be the one, and again, I don't agree with his conclusion on gay marriage, but I do think it's really important to be able to put out there the ability to say, I believe that a marriage is between a man and a woman, one of each and only one of each, and also say there's room in my heart and my mind to hold lovingly people who disagree with me.
I got to ask you,
that's a game changer.
I got to ask you what you're basing your opinion that he is a quick study in foreign policy on. Is it that he said that if he's president, there will be not an ounce of sunshine between he and Israel, because that is truly a radical foreign policy?
Well, there's nothing radical. Well, first of all, you're asking me that silly.
Do you really have to know foreign policy to say that? So why is he such a quick study?
Because he said, I'm going to go study this stuff, and if you listen to the way he spoke about it, it was much more nuanced and sophisticated.
What else did he say?
So I get it. I know you don't agree with him and don't like him.
I don't know what he said that would show that.
He's demonstrating
Let's talk money, Unger, shall we?
Money, yes.
Yes. He has the backing of certain brothers that I think any Republican candidate would want, and that's the Koch brothers.
That's actually not the case necessarily. You know, everybody's out there saying that, and the Koch brothers did in fact back him in his race to be governor, but they have been very clear on saying they have not decided decided who they're going to be backing, and may in fact back quite a few of the candidates.
Right.
So
They have the money to go spread it around a
Spread
little
it
bit, I
around.
They can do what
suppose.
they
And
want to
I
do.
think that would
Yeah.
probably be the smarter way to handle it, right? So you don't put all your eggs in one basket.
You can place multiple bets. Why not? As long as none of the candidates you support degrade the other candidates such they give ammunition to the Democrats in general.
Like
Absolutely.
who? Like anybody come to mind?
You know, you never know.
Oh,
but
okay.
I would have to say we're still going to see Hillary. Sorry, Bernie.
Yep. All right. Lightning round. Does he win Iowa, Brad?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Iowa, I think so.
Yes.
Yep. Son of a Baptist minister, has a nice little lead right now. He
wins Iowa.
from that part of this. Yep, I agree.
And he
then-
also, I mean, to his credit, gave an absolutely brilliant speech, which is what launched him here.
Absolutely.
Right.
Can't deny his
You know.
passion, no question. Do you think Scott Walker has what it takes to win the White House? Go to newsmaxtv.com/comments and let us know. Back with more in a moment.